I do not have technical degree. I don't know coding. Can I transition to a Scrum Master job role? Is it a non-technical person can also transition? How is the journey going to be? What I should do to get much more interview calls? How much time it takes to make a transition? And what are the success steps I should follow to get this transition successful? So if you're also someone who is looking for this question, and if you do have this limiting belief, this session is for you, where I'm going to interview one of my mentee who recently transitioned in Scrum Master job role with 100% hike without a technical knowledge, without a coding knowledge. And yes, if you are someone who has not subscribed our YouTube channel till now, must subscribe this channel so that you can get much more such kind of knowledgeable videos in future. Let's get started. So, Akshay, welcome on this specific session of this Hall of Fame. So, let's start. First thing first is about your background. So, before you transition, and so just tell something about yourself, not about that interview one, just a generic introduction. Go on.
Sure. First of all, thank you, Jitendra, and hello, everyone. So, I started my career journey as an operation executive, and then I was working as a subject matter expert in the operation field only for 2 years. Then I joined American Express as a financial risk manager. I continued there for 3.5 years, you can say. Then I was referred by one of my friends, Jayank, for this program. Before joining it, it's your should be some research from your end as well. So I researched about this program, this role, the future of this role, the future aspects of this role, and how a non-technical or technical guy can crack this interview and will face the challenges in the future about performing the daily day-to-day roles and responsibilities of this role. So what I want to comment about this role is and such an aspect of the IT industry that which cannot be replaced by the AI as well. There you lead the team, every stakeholder, every process owner, software architect, every tech lead is connected with you like a thread. So this role is very critically important, and that was my past journey. And to be very honest about my experience, I did not face so much difficulties because I was the most important thing, which two important things which you do have is like a pen and a paper, write down everything, whatever. At this point also, when I would be answering to your questions at this point as well, I'm having a pen ready because there could be something which I can learn from you. So note down everything. That one thing I would recommend, and that was like about my past experience. Like I would like to move to
All
the
right.
next question.
So, Akshay, like in your past job, what you said you're working as a financial
Financial risk
business
manager.
analyst. Yeah. So, what was your job role? What you were doing in that job role?
At my previous job, I was drafting credit policies for Pan India. There were 32 risk managers
Mhm.
who used to draft the credit policies for like credit card brand. We used to set up the income threshold for a credit card, eligibility, sourcing pin codes, multiple things. That was also a critical role. But if I would like to count the emerging industries and the emerging roles as of now in the current market, the IT is the best one, which would never go down. Every single industry is directly or indirectly dependent on this IT backbone. And it's like joining as a Scrum Master is the best way to enter into this IT industry.
Okay. So, as you said, you are working as the different job altogether, nothing to
Mhm.
do with the development project or so on this aspect. So, I hope again, in fact, you can answer what make you, because it's not easy. Some a job which
Mhm.
anyone, let's say I have not done anything,
Mhm.
specific job role. I'm thinking about a transition. So, what make you to have this decision? You're on mute. I can't hear.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes, audible.
So I was doing well in my previous job, but I do have a family where most of the people are in the IT as a project manager, product owner, software engineer, SD level 1, SD level 2. So I got a chance to interact with them. And then when one of my friends switched, so I researched about this industry and researched about this role. So this role's interview can be easily cracked by a non-technical person. So I always dreamed since I completed my graduation to attain a job in the IT industry. And I was always worried about, like, suppose I was inquiring about the roadmap to join as a SD, as a developer, as an engineer. When I was curious about a desired entry point in the IT. And coincidentally, I landed up on a post shared by Jitendra sir. And there I got to know that this is the best entry point to get into the IT industry. And believe me, it is the best one. IT, it will never go down. It would emerge upwards only in the future times as well. And yeah, it was there were multiple reasons to choose this one. Looking at my relatives, looking at my friends, and then when I researched about the industry and the role, then I thought that it is the best time, it is the best opportunity. And since the day one, I stayed confident that I am joining this course as a Scrum Master, and I would be the one for sure. Ethan, so you are mute.
So, in fact, that was about to be my next question. Like, how was your confidence when you joined? But you already answered that from the day one. You
But
were
I would,
confident.
I would
Yeah.
like to add few points as well. That there would be some instances, there would be few interviews which would end up within a couple of minutes. You would feel less confident. You would feel like that I'm not made up for this role. There would be some instances where the interview would last up to 55 minutes, 60 minutes, and you are damn confident about after this ending the interview that you would get a positive call next morning, but it would be a no, it would be a rejection. So always stay confident, because one point, like I have noted down few points. So whenever you are sitting in an interview, be confident to that level that this job or this organization requires you more than the you require that this job. So just stay confident throughout the interview. And one more point I want to add here. When I'm like, suppose I got a call today that there is an interview scheduled tomorrow. I asked about for the JD. Don't give any interview without seeking the JD. And based on the JD, search, research as many questions you can do. And after, when, like, suppose there's an interview at 6 p.m. tomorrow, it's 5:30. When 5:30 I've done research on the JD, all the perspectives of the questions, I go through this basic interview script shared by Jitendra sir, where you have questions um, like what are your current roles, what are your current responsibilities, what is like your education. So one minor point I want to add here, like in my initial interviews, when I didn't go, like first or second interview, I didn't go through that interview script. What I was doing wrong, I was starting my journey in an ascending way. Like I did my BTech here, I joined as an operation executive, but if you'll go through that script, then you will realize that you need to explain things in the descending way, that I am currently working as this. Before that, I was working as this, and in the end, you can share about your education. So this was a minor point. I can share more ones. Like actually, I just winded up office calls. I couldn't add multiple points, but I do have few points ready with me.
All right. So again, small things matters. Sometimes we just go with the flow, but yes, if you are prepared well, then definitely it impacts. Sometimes we
Correct.
do not, just focus on that, but a small thing, 1% improvement in all that aspect, it helps a lot. Now, so let's go to the next question. Like you joined the program, and I just said that you were confident because you had this mindset that I have to make it. Uh, when was your first interview? I mean to say, like when you joined the program, like how much time you took to land up in your first interview?
First interview happened within a span of 18 days.
So after completing the program, after 18, that
When
18,
I was mid of the program, you can say, like when your sessions were over and we were doing the practical training for the Scrum Master role.
okay, okay. So like simulation was happening on that time you
Correct.
did. All right. How was that interview? The very first interview, just try to go back. In fact, before, let's say interview was at 6 o'clock, you said. So how was the
Mhm.
mindset 5:30, 5 p.m. and how was the interview that time period?
So, recalling my first interview, I was definitely not so much lucky at the time because I got a call at morning and the interview was scheduled the same day. But I tried to research as much as I could do. I went through the whole the slide and the educational material shared by Jitendra sir, Keshav sir. Then I tried to conclude it, tried to use the highlighter, highlighted the main points, research for multiple points, and luckily I cracked the first interview. And to be very honest, I was not selected in the second round, but it was really well. And your fear, your hesitation goes forward in a descending way when you start giving interviews. Before my first interview was like I was very nervous. And one day I decided either I get selected or I get like not get selected. I will definitely give the interviews for every possible region, every possible work model, hybrid, remote, whether it could be every possible location, Karnataka, Gurgaon, Mumbai, anywhere. I will give the interview. And while I'm answering to this question, I recalled a point. Whenever you are getting a call, the initial call from the recruiter, don't disagree to either of the point. If he's saying he or she is saying that we do require an immediate joiner, tell them that I'm
Yeah.
an immediate joiner. Whether it's like your notice period is of 60 days or 90 days, like there's an professionalism because of which we do need to do the KT. Apart from the like, there's no notice period foundation for an employee. So you can like negotiate for with the senior management of the organization. Always say that I'm immediately available. So one more point, if someone is saying that is the buyout available, and you are already aware that the buyout is not available in your current or previous organization, tell them that we do have the buyout facility, and if the buyout is not available, we can negotiate the notice period against the leave balance available, and I do have sufficient leaves available in my kitty which I can use to negotiate the waive of the complete notice period. Just settle down things for the interview first. Push the recruiter for the next round. And trust me, uh, there was a call from an organization, and it was initial mistakes. She asked me that, are you an immediate joiner? I said that my notice period is of 60 days. She told me that no, we do require an immediate joiner. I told her 1 month. No, we do require an immediate joiner within a week. Um, After that, I denied that I'm not available for the week because there's a minimum KT of 15 days. I got a call after 3 months that we are still looking for an immediate joiner. So, don't fall into the trap of any agree to every point that I'm available for the location joining. I'm available for relocation. I'm available from work to work in any time zone, any of the working model, remote, hybrid, whether it is anything. Just agree. Yes, I'm immediately available. I am ready to agree with a decent hike. You can negotiate it later on. Trust me. If you crack down an interview and in the initial discussions, you are confident that you won't be getting the desired salary hike you are expecting, you can negotiate it later on. Firstly, try to push things towards interview.
All right. So again, the simple formula over here is just go step by step. Don't think too much. When you're getting a call from recruiter, your first goal is how I can convert this call for the first round. Once you are in the first round, always your goal should be how I'm able to crack it to go to the next round. So just go step by step. Don't think about the entire picture. Again, it will be quite complex if you try to figure it out, but just go step by step. Things happen. Now, so you first interview gave after 18 days or so, and you said you cleared the first round, right? The first
Mhm.
interview you clear, second round you are not able to clear. Now, to get the offer letter, what you have right now, what you join, or like the first offer letter, how many interview you give?
For my first offer letter, I got within the third interview.
Third interview itself, you are able to. Okay. So, but as you said, you are coming from a different background. What do you think it like help you to get that offer in the third interview itself?
Because what I will explain my strategy. Suppose you already got the study material, basic interview script, most past interview questions provided from the skill yantra itself. Then what you can research, you are getting JD from the organization. Try to push down the interview. Like suppose you are getting 2 days, 48 hours are there. So put the JD into any Copilot, ChatGPT, or anything. try to use this prompt that to suggest the most asked interview questions for a Scrum Master role or a functional technical Scrum Master role, technical project manager role, and with answers um, in this chat. And what you ChatGPT or any like AI will give you at least 20-25 questions with answers. Now, don't rely on those solely on those 25 questions. There would be some different terms. Suppose scope creep, spillover, anything. Now use that particular term and try to research for 25 more questions on that particular term. I used this strategy and I was quite confident throughout the every interview I have given till now. I have given interview in different time zones. I got interview. I gave interview for this Australian client. I gave the interview at 2:30 IST in midnight. One of the interview I gave at like 3:30. So try to research more and more so that you can rely on yourself throughout the like the interview. Yeah, Ashika, you do have a question, right?
No, so just
We have,
acknowledge your answer. That's way, bro. No, no, no. We'll take the questions at end. Let's go with the flow first. Okay. So now,
Mhm.
again, in third offer letter itself, third interview itself, you're able to crack, and you texted that detailed message in that community WhatsApp group about your journey. Like you started, then you're not able to continue. So how was the time? Like you started, you gave interview, first round cleared, first interview itself, you cleared that first round, and then it was a long pause. I think maybe around how many months the pause was?
5 months.
5 months was okay. So how was the mindset while you restarted? That some people have this mindset, okay, it's been I did the training 4 months, 6 months, maybe deviated, not ready. Again, I have to go XYZ, will able to do it or not. So it's like 20-30% of the participants, like anywhere, it's like they start, but they do not go to the interview. Means you have part of the program, but still you're not doing the interview. But you had a break, but still after that you are able to come back. So what
Mhm.
motivated you to take this step and again being in this, continue in the same journey?
So, like, I firstly I maintained the consistency. Like when I got my first offer letter, and the final round was the CFO with of the company, and I had to meet him in person for like he invited me for a lunch that we will settle down things there only, and I was not able to attend it because at the time my mother was admitted to hospital. So, like when I was in hospital for like 1 month at least, and I was sure that I won't be able to join there, but at least I was devoting 15 to 20 minutes every day going through the study material which I have prepared my own. I was doing the research when I was having access to phone or laptop. Like consistency is the key to success. Firstly, secondly, smart work always defeats the hard work. Like you are studying for hours, but you are not going in the right direction. You won't get the desired result. And consistency, secondly, like I was aware that I won't be able to give the interview audit for next 3 or 4 months because of those family problems. But I was researching and doing extensive research on my own study material on the Scrum Master questions on like different questions related to different topics like any on like on the Jira, on Confluence, and anything.
All right.
So
So
I manage the consistency. Okay.
okay, great. So now, if I ask you, if you have to, let's say, talk about three major challenges, what you
Mhm.
face in this journey of your preparation, what would be?
Okay. First, the 3 points. First point, my own fate, which could have made me believe this thing that I'm not made up for this role. Because every time I was cracking down the interview, first time, like my family problems. Then after gap of 5 months, I tried to bring up confidence in myself. But then I started giving interviews, and again, second or third interview I cleared. Then again, I had an ankle injury. My ankle got broken while playing badminton. Then again, I was on bed rest for 2.5 months. So first challenge was there. I was thinking at a point I started believing this thing that I'm not made up for this role.
Okay.
But that was the first challenge. Second challenge, it could be like trusting other people's mindset. If you would share this with your friends, your co-workers, or anyone, that I'm trying to transition my domain. I'm trying to switch my domain. I'm trying to switch to a completely different role, and I am expecting a good hike. I would learn. I would like change my stream to IT. They would say, Like what is bad in the current domain? What is the bad in this current industry you are in? You are getting decent hike, 8-12% every year. You are in renowned organization. Don't listen to anyone. Like there's a quote, expect for the best, be prepared for the worst, leave what others think, and do your own thing. Second, like opinion of others. I always trusted my opinion only. And third point, which I want to add here, like what was my challenge, like managing these exceeding expectations of recruiters, immediate joiners, relocation thing, and all. And also, I like in my previous job also, like I most of the interaction was with the client only, and the client was from the different time zones, US and UK. And at that time, I have a call, and I gave an appointment to someone sitting in UK of 7 days later on, and there's a HR calls me, and that the only possible round for the complete whole next month is today 7 p.m. And I already committed that particular time to someone else. So at that time, you need to settle down your priorities. You need to politely ask her that I do have a personal reason. Schedule it to 30 minutes later on, 45 minutes later on. I will try my level best to be available. So there are some challenges which will definitely make you believe that you are not met up for this role. But trust me, everything is wrong. You will definitely crack this one.
Okay.
Definitely, for sure.
Certainly. So again, summarizing the first thing, what you say is that having faith in yourself, whatsoever
Correct.
happens. Again, in life, so many things are going on. Health is not well, family is not well, job is not going well. But yes, I have to do it. I have to do it. And that's what I always do this analogy. I start, I finish having that mindset. Second thing, what
Correct.
you said is don't listen to others. They have their
Yeah.
own mindset conditioning based on whatever they know. I know
Mhm.
something, Apple is something different, right? So I have searched, I am working on it. So listen to yourself, not to others. And third one is, again, there will be obstacle, and especially for the person who's in a full-time job, definitely there's a priority in the terms of job and you have a family commitment. But yes, make sure that you are focused and you are able to do it. So again, as you said in this answer, it's like when you talk to your friends, they said, "Hey, what is wrong in this domain or XYZ? Everything is good." So now, yeah, when you transition, percentage-wise, how much hike you got? I don't need to know the numbers, but in the how much is the CTC? But percentage-wise, how much is this job?
Precisely more than 100%.
More than 100%. So how it feels after doing job in such XYZ background, transitioning in something different and getting 100% high.
To be very honest, I still discuss with the one of like you already like really have few positive people, your family and your like friends, positive friends. They are few ones only, but I still discuss with them. Like yesterday, we were discussing like I wish perhaps I could be a Scrum Master one day. Perhaps I could be a project manager one day. I was like dreaming for both these two roles, and today I'm working as a Scrum Master and an Agile project manager. I'm performing two additional like both the roles. So
Mhm.
it still feels like a dream that if you are working in your current organization, if you will ask for like a double digit hike, the minimum one, the bare minimum, they will say that the company is not generating revenue like this financial year and I'm getting 3 digit 100% hike when I'm on the last working day of every month, you get a salary which you always dreamed of. It really feels good. It still feels like a dream. But yeah, I always trusted the process. I always trusted the people around me. I always trusted myself.
All right, that's really great to hear the success, the result, the outcome, what you got. And what we say is the great things takes time. So yes, it's matter of
Correct.
focus. If you are something dreaming too big, you have to wait, you have to patiently work on it, which makes sense. Now let's go back to your job. So it's been how many months you are in this job role?
It's my fourth month.
It's the fourth month what you are in this job role. So how you're doing this job role, how, let's say, is it like any specific challenge you faced when, because a lot of people have this mindset, I have not done this job, or so in case I'm able to crack it also, like normally people do think about the problem what they don't have. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like if I go on the job, what if I will not able to do? So what is something like going on your side? Are you comfortable? The learning curve is there, or how you'll rate yourself on this on the ground?
Just to reframe your question is like this, like how, like on the scale of 1 to 10, was it easy or tough to practically perform day-to-day roles and responsibilities of a Scrum Master, right?
That, yes.
Again, I do have several points to add here. When I got my first letter, like I was confident about that I will crack it someday. But many people, like among the several fears of many aspirants, like some is not getting calls, some are like, I one of the person I've interacted with after sharing the post, I got like 154 messages and calls, both including. So one of the person was saying that I gave up preparing for the interview because for the consecutive 45 days I did not receive any single call. And I said, like, you just show me your Naukri profile, your LinkedIn profile. In the end of the call, I will share my resume, my LinkedIn, my Naukri. I do have tabs opened up on the different screen. So, like, don't give up so easily. Even you're not getting a call for like 60 days, 90 days. Don't bother. Just keep preparing. Just thank the God that He is giving you extra time for preparation. You would be more confident and well prepared than the other who is getting the call on the next day. He is not getting enough time, enough study material to research. And coming back to the question that how tough it was my fear only. Again, to every aspirant who is currently listening to this and who will listen to this recording later on, it was really easy. On the day one, firstly, either of the role you would be landing in the project manager, agile project manager, technical functional project manager, business analyst, scrum master, you will definitely get a catty because it would be at least of 15 to 30 days. It would last. Even if you don't, first ceremony would be the daily stand-up call. Just keep a diary ready or the notes ready or anything which you are using. Ask for the updates which you're working. Keep in mind the one thing I have to add here. Suppose there's a PO or the software architect who is a part of that call. What he notices is, like, suppose you are asking that, like, suppose there's a guy named Vijay. Vijay, what did you do yesterday? What are your plan for today? Any blocker, any challenges, impediments you are facing? Suppose he says, this is a story number 15307. I spent like the whole day working on this, and the next day he shares the same update. Then you need to catch him there that it was the same which you shared the as an update yesterday. So it could be different. There should be some additional points regarding that you are currently working on a different story, different change management, incident management, request management. So it was really easy. While I want to add here that I don't know I should say this or not, that I did Jira research for 30-45 days, but I'm not using Jira here. I'm using ServiceNow Skill Agile 2.0. And ServiceNow, what I defines is like you can research it later on. ServiceNow is something which 85% of the Fortune 500 company works on. It does the automation for this. So there could be attrition tools like Jira, Confuse. There could be ServiceNow tools, but it would be too easy to take the handover of all the tools, all the ceremonies, including the poker planning. It is really too easy. Follow the Fibonacci series, pattern, t-shirt size, anything you can do. And I will mention more Scrum ceremonies like product backlog refinement. There you need to ask the stakeholders about their requirements, their prioritizations, and it is like concluding all the statements which I have said. It is really easy. You don't need to face feel less confident on day one, day two of your new joining. You will definitely get the KT. Even if you don't get the KT, this role is such simple that you can start performing your 100% on the day one only.
All right. So the simple message here is, first of all, be confident. That is what the most important thing. Don't lose hope or faith. Be confident on yourself and involve yourself. It's not like just you're asking some question or doing something because you have to do it. Involve. Involve means when you ask, listen it, make notes, and so that again you can follow up and you can be much more proactive. Is what is action here now. So. According to you, as you have crossed this journey, someone who was aspiring Scrum Master some time back, now you are someone in this job role since 4 months, got good
Hmm.
hype as well. So, what message you want to give to aspiring Scrum, or what you think that, let's say, someone who has to transition, how much time is good enough time to make the transition?
Minimum, I would say. if you have completed the like course, I can say that you can start within 30-45 days.
So 30-45 days is good enough time. Let's say 2 months
Yeah,
is what good enough time to
correct.
get in. Okay. So what is your, let's say, three advice to aspiring Scrum Master, what they should do? Let's say again, your journey, whatever time you took. So in that,
Mhm.
again, now when you have crossed the journey, you may feel that some mistake what you did. So maybe something that people can avoid and they can make this journey faster or much more result oriented. What will be your message on that?
Firstly, give any like give as much interviews as you can. Agree for every point shared by the recruiter from the upper management that we won't be able to the like I got a few inquiries from the group after sharing my message that we want WFH only, we want this location only. If you would put so much filters in your job search now, so you'll end up in like getting 3 or 4 calls a day, out of which you they would be screening, then you'll end up giving a single interview only. Just go for any location. I like my job location is not in India. And again, one point I want to add here, like when I was blaming my fate for this, that because of my ankle injury, like God, why did you do this to me? Because of my injury, I couldn't join the one of the best companies. So this ankle injury, I told them, and they told me that do the WFH. Till now, you want. So every thing happens for good. And first advice, do more and more research. Consistency is the key to success. If you are like having a hectic job, you are not getting time to study. Try sparing 50 minutes single day. Do research. Um, Again, like rather than making notes on the laptop or any tablet, go for a pen and a paper. What one thing I don't think this will work for you or not. I was on the screen. There was an interview in some front of me for every interview. I had they observe every point of like eye contact. If you are going to any screen or like I'm looking because this is an interview, not an interview, but I had a tissue paper always, and the every question which I was giving answer and I was not giving an answer. So I was noting down every question because while maintaining the eye contact with the interview, that's the best thing I could do. Noting down every single point, every question. Try to research about more and more interview questions. I like suppose take this as an illustration. So suppose there's any role, developer, business analyst. What could be the maximum probability of you can go for the any permutation and combination? What could be the maximum questions? 100, 500, 10,000. There should be a capping, right? So go for every single question. And there would be one day, interviewer would be asking, like he would try to things, do an extensive research on your capability. He will extend the interview by like there was a window for 30 minutes of interview. The interview would extend by 45 minutes, 1 hour. But you will end up giving every single answer for the question asked from the interviews end. So do more and more research, and it's like this one point, like Jitan, I will take extra time here because I have written down few points. I won't say that Naukri is better or LinkedIn is better, but the most of the calls which I got from were from Naukri only. I will like share my Naukri profile as well, which I didn't update after joining this, but I LinkedIn I have already updated. So try to update your Naukri profile on daily basis. Try to do any changes like you can change your salary expectation, put a single dot, any change, any character, any digit, and this would appear to the recruiter that this person has updated his profile recently, today only, yesterday only, and he would they notice this thing that if this guy is like there is if you are aware, if you guys the aspirants, if you are aware in the LinkedIn, you get an option to put open to work filter on your DP, but is there's no such option on the Naukri. You can use an like already created DP, but what the recruiter notices first is like when was this person last active, when this did this person update his or her profile recently, 2 days back. So try to update it on daily basis, and try to give as many possible interviews, like as much interviews you can. I have cancelled my appointments, I've cancelled my office meetings, I've cancelled my sports session, I've cancelled my physiotherapy sessions for the interviews. 30 minutes, I like 30 minutes, I already left from the home to attend a physiotherapy session. I got a call that I was trying to arrange and schedule an interview for you since couple of days, and the person was abroad and he recently landed up in India, and he's available for a 30 minutes window only. I said like, I'm ready for this.
All
I
right.
took a U-turn, came back to him, gave up the interview. Try to give more and more interviews. Keep notes always ready before any interview. Like, don't confidence, it is good, but overconfidence is poison. Before any interview, at least take 2 3 hours, do the extensive research of your notes, the JD. Again, I would like, don't take that small thing as a like actually a small thing. The basic interview script shared by Jiten sir, it actually helped me. There are few points. There are no technical questions mentioned in that particular interview script. I will share it as well while on my screen, because suppose you are very well prepared about the 25 questions which would be going to be asked in the interview, and you fumble in your basic introduction. That won't leave a good impact on the recruiter or the interviewer or the panel. So go for this in the last. I would say go for that basic interview script as the last thing before giving the interview. And one more thing, as I said, overconfidence is poison. If you have given an interview, it went well. Don't like it was my seventh offer letter, and I patiently waited for 11 months to share a post in the Skill Yantra group that I got my, like, suppose I got my first offer letter. I was about to, like, there was a lunch with the CFO where I need to discuss where we need to discuss the numbers and final things, but I couldn't like get that offer letter. There were five more. Then after I joined the seventh offer letter, like there's a quote like, never celebrate too early. Even after getting my desired job, my desired hike, which I always dreamed of, my desired work location, and if I like to have do have an option to relocate there in Singapore anytime I wish to, and there would be a like great relocation bonus as well. So even after getting the desired option, I patiently waited for 3 months, and now when I have felt confident in myself that now I would continue with this job, then I shared that message. Everyone feels like good when there are like, congratulations, it was too good to like go through your journey, it was really inspirational, motivational. Everyone feels good when you get such responses, but I patiently waited for 11 months to get my desired results. And it's not like if I can wait for 11 days, you should not give up in like 45 days, 60 days, 90 days. You
All
are completely switching your domain, so
so
it takes time.
So now that's what I had to ask. Next is we'll go with Q&A, but before that, some rapid fire question. And in this,
Mhm.
I do expect answer in the terms of yes, no, or just one word. No long, just rapid fire. Okay. So based on your experience, what you feel, can a person with a zero coding knowledge can transition to Scrum Master job role?
I am like, possible answer yes or no, right?
Yes, only yes or no.
In big yes.
Okay. Can a person with non-technical degree can transition to Scrum Master job role?
Yes.
Okay. And what do you think, how much time it's required per day if someone is going through programs so to spend to get transition? Minimum time per day someone need to spend.
Minimum, I would say 15 to 20 minutes, but I would recommend at least spending 40 minutes.
40 minutes per day at least. Like be consistent on that part. Okay. So one thing that person must do in order to get the job. There are so many things, but one thing if you have to highlight.
Firstly, start believing in yourself. And second,
One thing only. Okay. So now
yeah,
next is one thing that a person should not do at all if you have to make
mm,
a transition.
uh, accepting that disbelief or like demotivation, challenge it.
Okay. So one message what you would like to give to aspiring Scrum Masters.
Mm, if you have joined this course, you will surely become a Scrum Master. Year, month, or day could be different, but you will be one. I commit you about this.
All right. Super. That's what questions were from my side. Thank you, Akshay, for being here and sharing your journey. So next we'll go with open session, open hall. So anyone having any specific question, you can raise your hand, and one by one we'll go with your questions. So now something whenever you have to ask a question, don't ask how much money you are,
Mm-hmm.
which company you are working, right? So again, apart from it, anything about your preparation, anything about the transition, any limiting belief, whatever you do have, certainly you can ask. Okay, so let's go one by one. And first, we'll go with Swapnil. Go on.
So yeah, hi Akshay. Firstly, congratulations for your new journey.
Thank you.
And uh, I also recently joined the new company as a Scrum Master, and it's
Okay.
been 20 days now.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to understand, like, once you have been allocated the Scrum team, so
Mm-hmm.
have they provided you a kind of KT, or they directly assign you the team and you started working on day one? So how was that? And you
So
have
basically,
mentioned you are working on service now, right? Not Jira.
correct. Correct.
Okay. So how different is from Jira?
It is
So
completely
first,
different.
okay, so first
Mhm.
question is like when you joined the project, was it like day one you had to jump in the project, or there was some onboarding process, there was some KT, how it was?
Like in my current company, the only con which I want to share is like things go really fast. So like I was given a KT, but there were 2 3 sessions only. But I was provided with the because the Scrum lead who was working before me, she had to leave for like some urgent personal reasons, not like joining other company. So she was available for 2 3 days only. For other roles, they are KT for at least 15 to 30 days. So I got 2 3 days KT, but I was provided with several documents related to the project and all. And for uh, at least 15 days, someone else was taking care of leading the ceremonies, all the ceremonies. I was there as an audience. I was observing things, noting things down, and after 15 or you can say 15 or 16 day, I started leading the ceremonies. And if I missed out any part of the question, you can
Can
ask it again.
tell us about the tool, like you are using
Scale
some,
agile.
how it's different.
It is talking about the appearance. Jira looks far better, but ServiceNow because again, the thing is in ServiceNow Scale Agile 2.0, tracking a sprint, tracking the impediment backlog, tracking the refined backlog, tracking the all the stages of the story, peer review, testing, and all. There, all things appear on a single screen. You don't need to scroll and go anywhere.
All right. So the essence is tool wise, again, my experience doesn't matter at all. Whatever functionality is in one tool, it will be in other tool as well. Just like navigation may differ here and there. If you are
One
able
point.
to do it in one tool, you can do in others as well.
And if you are spending too much time on Jira, it won't go in when it won't be a waste because the name of the option, like suppose you're clicking on generate report, there is same in the Jira and the ServiceNow. Sprint planning, you want to get the list of the testing stories. So that option is same as in the Jira and the ServiceNow.
Okay, so next question is from Asika. Asika, go on. You can unmute yourself, ask your question.
Yes, sir. So first of all, thanks for the session and congrats for your new role as an SM. So my question is, when you get multiple offers, some companies would be direct payroll, some companies would be from consultancies, and how to choose the perfect company for us. When we have like multiple offers. So what is the strategy that you will use to select the right company to join?
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
So if you are referring to like there could be two aspects of like consultancy word here. Firstly is contract to hire C2H jobs, and second is third party recruiters who are calling on the behalf of Big Four or any other organization. So for the second option, it's a big yes, and first option contract to hire jobs, third party payroll you can consider. But again, if you want to join something, the one strategy I would want to suggest here, suppose you don't want to join the contract to hire job, accept the offer letter, be confident, and ask for a delayed joining date for 1 month or 45 days. You already have an offer letter in hand. And again, you don't want to go work with a contract to hire company with a third party payroll, because they do have a contract period or a provision period of at least a year, right? That decreases the job security, right?
Yes, that's
So then you can ask for a delayed job joining date. You already have an offer letter in hand. The next company which you are interviewing for has nothing to do, like which C2H or the direct payroll company or have got the offer letter. So ask for a delayed joining date. Start preparing for the interviews again. If in that time frame, 45 days or 30 days, you get a better company, it's really good. If not, then at least you have a secured option to work with.
Okay, okay. Sure, sure. Thank you so much.
all
Thank
right.
you.
So Akshay is asking question because he already got some good number of offer letters. He's struggling to choose which one to choose. Okay. So next is from Chandrakala. Go on.
So congratulations, Akshay.
Thank you.
I had couple of around 10 questions, but you have
Sure.
been like went all the details, all the challenges, tips, everything. That was great to hear. So right
Mm-hmm.
now I have left only with the two of them. One is like I heard you were working as an SME in finance domain. Was that helped anywhere in your interview preparations or like filling the gaps as an SM? The
Like
previous experience.
you want to ask, like I have like previously worked as a subject matter expert in operations. Did it help or relate anything
Yeah,
regarding
the
my
finance
work?
domain that helped you.
Um, Either of the corporate role, lower or the higher level, if you do that role, that actually helps you in the communication and the negotiation things. But there's a disagreement. So it was finance and it is completely IT. So no relation here for that.
And coming to the joining, right? Like, though, like you're from the different background. So was that like experience letter, revealing letter, what you were submitting? Like, did you show it as SM or did I accept whatever the uh, title you have on your relieving letter?
If you have joined the Jiten sir's program, he would have already answered this in the initial sessions. So if you join for a company, you tell them that you are working as a developer, engineer, anything. So they never do any inquiry about your salary, what was your previous compensation, what was your current role. They inquire only this thing that you were working with that company. Your joining should date should be precise. Your leaving date should be precise. But no one, neither of the organizations, Big Four, Google, Amazon, neither of the companies do this research that what position were you working at. Because if you, I will give an illustration. Suppose take the example of Deloitte. There you would see many people working as in finance domain, auditor, CAs, developers. They do have a role of analyst, associate, executive, associate analyst, senior analyst. So there's nothing to do with the particular
Title.
title or
Okay.
role. So
So
be
yeah, so to add here, Chandrakala, to your answer, like your question is it like what you change something while you're submitting the document? Always I would say a fixed line written on the stone. Never ever play with your document. So whatever
hmm,
tool it is, whatever number it is, you have to submit the same. In CV,
hmm,
whatever you want, you can mention. And in fact, that's what we talk about, what Akshay was referring. But whenever you have to submit a document, never ever play anything. Whatever it's on paper, same thing. As also
correct.
said, normally 95% to 99%, no one will ask, hey, you said you're Scrum Master, but it's written here research analyst or analyst. Because before you give this document, you already have proven your skill set to the interviewers or hiring manager. That's how it goes. Okay.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right. So we'll go next with
You.
a question of Rangabasham. Go on. You're on mute. You can unmute yourself.
Just give me a yeah, please.
Okay. First, and thank you so much for sharing your experience. I do really appreciate that.
Thank
Um,
you.
my question is, like, was there any question related to your previous experience as a Scrum Master? Like, what kind of a project you are? Did you face any such question? How did you?
Jitendra sir, can you please
So what I got his question is, you can add Ranga if I'm missing something. Like in your interview, did you got questions like what you have done as a Scrum Master in the previous company and what kind of project you have worked on? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yep, go on, Akshay.
So basically, coming to the answer of this question, like what projects I was working in and day-to-day responsibilities and roles. So day-to-day roles and responsibilities, what I answered is like my day starts with like at 10 a.m. Like I log in at like a half hour early from the scheduled time, of, like logging in, check my mails. If there's something critical, action those emails firstly. And second, then I track the Jira, the progress, the latest work notes updated by the developers or anyone else or from the stakeholder on that particular story. I check with that, and once the time is done, I initiate my like daily scrum call for the first team which I'm currently working with. Secondly, and every alternate day, I do have an individual connect with the developers. Also, we do have a product backlog refinement call on scheduled on Wednesday. On Thursday, we do have a on Thursday and Tuesday, we do have poker planning calls. On Friday, we do have a weekly global meet where we do share the weekly status report of the project we have worked on, of the stories we have made progress, and like justify every single day. You have at least 7 days, but you need to justify for 5 days only. You can justify every single day with an individual ceremony. Again, coming to the project I am working on, so I just related with the my previous project on which I was actually working to the thing, like to just to let them know that I'm working on a financial project currently. We are developing tools for the user and employee centric, and just to like clear the like easy the journey, like onboarding journey for a customer. So we are working on developing tools on for that. And just one point, don't tell lie, don't reframe, just learn to storify things, learn to correlate things, a point to the another. You will definitely feel easy to crack the interview.
All right. So to adding and to again reiterating, Ranga, as you asked, so was it the questions about Scrum Master? Definitely. It's simple thing is the job role, whatever you are giving interview, you have to showcase the same you are doing in your like. Let's say I'm someone who is working in IBM. I'm doing some different job, let's say tech support, and I am giving interview in TCS or XYG company for a Scrum Master role. I will be saying currently I am working in IBM as a Scrum Master since last 3, 4, 5 years. I'm giving interview for QA, then I'll be saying, irrespective of my current job role, I am doing the job role, whatever I'm giving interview. Will it be there will be question about the project? Absolutely, but not much deeper on it, just to check
Correct.
are you really working on some project or not. So they just need your storytelling aspect, how you are able to summarize, not in a 5 minute, just like maybe couple of sentences good enough for it. All right. So next is question is from Sobha. Sobha, go on. You can unmute yourself and you can ask a question. Sobha, you're on mute again. Sobha,
Still,
yes, still
yeah.
you are coming mute and unmute. It's happening.
Am I audible now, Jitendra?
Yes, go on.
Yeah.
Hi, Akshay, congratulations. First, it was really motivational for me to hear it. One of the factor is that you are from a finance background, and similarly, I'm also from a finance background, but I have survived good old close to a decade now. So it certainly makes some difference. So I have two questions from my side to ask you. You were talking about the confidence level that we need to have. Yeah, overconfidence is certainly not a point to be considered, whichever field you're working in. But when you're saying confidence, what is a subject that we need to look at? Because you're saying you do more of research. So only from the Scrum Master aspect that we have to research more, because my perseverance is on that particular factor, right? So we have to build by confidence based on the subject from the Scrum Master or from IT Scrum Master role. And what is the
Mhm.
key areas that I need to focus on that particular subject?
So firstly, decide this thing that you are going to join as a functional Scrum Master, and it would be your first entry level role in the IT industry. This is the entry point. You could be the product owner, process owner, and the technical project manager someday. But it is the entry point. So you will start as a functional Scrum Master. So you need to do an extensive research about the if you want, I can share like reverse my pages and I have highlighted few things like the most of the questions are on the capacity planning, story point
Mhm.
estimation. You do have the questions about the agile prioritization. You like taking that particular point as an example. I will say that like tell them that you are following the Moscow model, which states like suppose there is a critical requirement from the stakeholders and you are already losing the progress, losing the pace for the current sprint about the stories which are equipped in the current sprint. So what would be the your prioritization? What would be your strategy towards it? That I answered that we follow the Moscow model in this particular instance. We would firstly focus on the must have, then should have, then could have, and firstly we will omit the stories which are like comes under the won't have or will not have. So this was just an illustration. So I would suggest you don't go to technical in doing the research of the Scrum Master. You want to join as a functional Scrum Master. So most of this 95% or 98% questions will come from the non-technical research only, and you will get the easily. And after in the end of the session, if I have chosen to share my LinkedIn Naukri profile and the resume. There I do have two resumes. I would request you to share the simplest one, single page resume everywhere. That is the best thing to get the calls and the screening cleared. So when I would be sharing that, I would suggest the most asked questions, or like I would keep it short. I would suggest the most five or ten most uh, required keywords on which you need to do the research about the detailed research and also the practical or scenario based questions related to those keywords only. Because if you will do the research on those particular keywords and in an interview, suppose you're getting asked about 15 questions and you would be able to answer at least 12 or 13 based on those questions. And again, if you're not able to answer one or two questions, it won't decrease your chance of getting selected as a Scrum Master.
So just to add on it to this answer, Sobha, so your question is about the research, what I should do the research. So definitely the job role, whatever you are going to give an interview, focus on that. There are so many things to, research and to study and so, but you're going to give an interview of Scrum Master. So just focus on that aspect. Whatever you have done in the past in interview, no one is going to ask any question on that, or whatever you are showing, no one is going to ask. It's like you are someone, again, doesn't matter. You're having 5 year overall, like in your case, let's say you have 12 year or 15 experience, showing that I have 5 year experience as a Scrum Master. So all questions are going to be on the same thing, like what you have done as a Scrum Master, your skill set, the impact what you have brought on the table as a Scrum Master. So just prepare on that aspect. This is what going to help.
Okay, Jitendra, thank you. One more question. Akshay, you were saying that you waited for 3 months, and why do you actually give a best advice to say wait for multiple offers and then choose one? Is that because of the demand that we have, or do you say that you will get a better opportunity somewhere else?
Actually,
Or
Mhm. Please
yeah,
continue.
go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah, what is the thing which makes you feel okay? Let me wait for some more time, and then probably another 30 days, another 45 days, and then take another interview, and then take a call with multiple offers that I have in hand. What makes you decide that?
Firstly, the patience which or the wait which I did. So it was not intentional. I had several problems because of which I had to give up the offers. And when it comes if you have already cracked an offer letter and I'm saying that ask for a delayed joining date and utilize that particular time to get something better, it differs from person to person. Suppose a person, I had an query from one person after sharing my post that she's having a child and she can't operate in a different location. She can't relocate. So I told her that go for the interview, try to grab the offer letter at least, ask for a delayed joining date, and then start focusing for the WFS jobs. In the initial job search journey, if you put up so much filters that I won't accept less than 80% of hike, I won't accept the relocation, I won't accept working with the US clients there where you need to work on like the your shift starts at
Mm-hmm.
8 or 7 in evening. So
Mm-hmm.
don't put too much filters. My advice where I asked people to ask for a delayed joining date and utilize the 30 to 45 days was for those people only who are not happy with the offer letter which you got, which they got, about the work model, about the city, about the compensation, about the payroll thing, contract to hire, third party payroll thing, or about suppose you are already working in a big MNC, multi-million dollar company, billion dollar company, and now you got the chance to work with a startup. You are not happy with the switch. So in that case, one advice which would stay same for all of the aspirants: don't reject the offer letter. Don't tell it, like I don't want to join. Ask for a delayed joining date and utilize it. Thanks.
Okay.
Just assume this that you are having a piece in the back of your mind that now you have already secured a job. Firstly, it will boosted your confidence. Secondly, you are already damn confident about your security that you, if I don't get anything in these next 30 to 45 days, at least I have to have an offer letter. So my advice was for those people only who are not happy with that the job which the offer letter which they have grabbed, and if they are confident that can get something better, then ask for a delayed joining date. Don't reject it.
All right. So the essence is again
Okay.
depends
Thank you.
person to person, but the ultimate objective of getting delayed and so is again you got one offer letter. That's only possible. It's not like by fluke you have got. You have you. It means that you already your preparation level is something on that level. So once you are on that momentum, keep the momentum high. Give more interview. Get much more offer letter. For sure, it is going to give you confidence, and then you are in a better way to negotiate in the terms of, let's say, the numbers, or you are in a phase to make a decision to which company to choose. That's what is the ultimate aspect here. Okay.
Sure.
Correct.
Thank you, Jitendra.
All
Thank you,
right.
Akshay.
And the last question is from Vinay. Vinay, go on.
Good evening, all. Good evening, sir. And Akshay, congratulations. So, my question has two parts of it. First is when you transitioned from finance background, when you're moving to Scrum role, have you come across any challenges that the tools that they use apart from Jira, ServiceNow with regards to reporting? For example, what I heard, not from this community, but some of the Scrum Masters that have been, it is also good to have some reporting knowledge with regards to Power BI or just to understand or like forecast something. So,
Mhm.
have you come across something like this? And if, did you prepare for some reporting tools? When in interviews, usually they ask, "How do you report the dashboards and everything?" So, how did you prepare for this one? And the second question is, while you were doing your study material research and everything for each and every JD, so, what
Mhm.
were the questions that were asked? Not the exact question, but the aspect of the question is how did you plan your reports and what all did you do to like estimation capacity and like the projections that were used? So, when you were able to answer the questions, I'm 100% sure that you have done some of the other homework over there. So, exactly did you do? Like, in sense of, I have to practice that, or we all as a Scrum Master, we have to do some little practical.
Mhm.
Anything that you
Correct.
did in practical for
Multiple questions
reportings.
put together, Vinay.
So,
Yeah.
okay. So, answer to your question, as far as I've understood, firstly, if there's something research about take an illustration estimation. So there are multiple like uh, ways to do the story point estimation. If you are choosing the t-shirt sizing, suppose I will give you a add a point here. Suppose if you are saying that you are following the poker planning for the estimation and you are doing taking Fibonacci series there, right? So if someone, what if this interviewer asks you what is the reason of the Fibonacci series being widely used in the agile world? So what answer will you give there? If you will do a research about it, so every single digit in the Fibonacci series, so there's a relation between the previous digit and the next one, which defines the relation between the effort required and effort done. So that's why the Fibonacci series is used throughout the estimation things worldwide. in the agile environment. Secondly, if they are like again, they are asking about the capacity planning. They don't want to hear what they are using in their organization, right? So if I'm taking like suppose what I'm doing currently here is like I'm sharing the we do follow it like a 3 week sprint model here. In the midweek, I share the lead tracker of the next month with the developers, the team, the architect, and all. And I get their preferences. According to the basis of that, I prepare the capacity, assuming 7 hours of capacity for every developer, leaving 2 hours for meetings and other miscellaneous things. So then there's a sheet. I use Excel. You nowadays you don't need to use formulas. I do have a basic knowledge of the formulas used in Excel to prepare the capacity planner. But you can search for the Chat GPT and even the Copilot. If you would be using an organizational laptop, that would be the Excel. Every Excel PowerPoint would be already related with the Copilot. So you can use the AI here to generate or get the desired formula. Coming to the reports, Power BI, like I'm not using Power BI, and there's not even a single interview which I've given till now where they have asked like, are you using Power BI to generate the reports? Because if I either you are using the Jira or you are using the Scale Agile 2.0, you will get an option to turn the burn down chart or any like here we are working on the apart from this working on stories, we are working on the request management, incident management, change management, problem management, defect management. So in our tool or in the tool which you would be working with in the Jira, you'll get an option to generate the report. I'm using a simple PPT thing to generate the numbers. Just take a snap, paste there, and in front of like 15 20 stakeholders, I go like this. Like current week, we do have this number of incidents. We resolved this much. We in the starting of the sprint, we started with the 50 story points with the 50 stories, and against which there were 180 story pointers, and out of which we have made progress on like 18 story are already in complete stage. We are in the second week of this sprint. 7 stories are in the testing stage. I request the stakeholders because they are in the testing stage. The final UAT is given by the stakeholders only. I tell them that like you need to give the sign off. I request you to spare some time and give the sign off so that we can mark those stories and move as completed in the current sprint. So like this was my way of expressing what I used to do while generating reports. So it was not specifically, yeah, like it differs from organization to organization. There could be an organization where is like a maximum use of the Power BI. But as I said, if in the current organization, when they asked me about the Scrum Master roles and responsibilities, I told them, yes, I am aware of. And to add one thing here, when I like work as a SME, already worked as a project as a project manager. So I had an initial experience from there, but like you can say, it was not essential for the current role. And when I told them that I am not aware about the using the Scale Agile 2.0 service now things, they told me that we can understand that you are aware about the Scrum and Agile methodologies, everything, ceremony, and all. So we will help you understanding the service now, this is Scale Agile 2.0. So if there would be use of a Power BI in any of the organization you are giving the interview for, they will help you to learn it. No worry about it.
All right. Again, to add on this, first of all, in my journey also with interacting so many of mentees and the Scrum Master, I have never ever heard that a Scrum Master using Power BI to generate some report. Again, any tool, agile tool, what we say is, let's say Jira, it can be ADO or any other tools, but certainly not the Power BI Tableau. That is for a different aspect altogether. So, and again, if a company is using, so again, they do not expect you that you should be aware about everything. As long as your fundamentals are strong, you have done the job, you're able to prove your skill set. Tool is always an enabler for you that yes, you understand the concept and you will be able to do it. In that way, it works. Okay. All
Okay.
right.
Thank
So
you.
that's all for today. And everyone, again, whatever learning you got from this video, I would say just turn in the chat box here, comment box, and share your key takeaways. What is something that you observe? You can post in the community group as well. Like, what was your key takeaway? So, whatever we discussed this last 1 hour, what is something your takeaway from here? And before we sign off, Akshay, your certain thing that you want to add? Final note.
Yeah, I will share my screen if you allow.
Definitely go on.
Just give me a second. Can you see my screen?
Coming up.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
So I did not update here. The like this section you can see profile last updated. This is really important. Keep updating your pro Naukri profile on regular basis. You can take a note. You can like I will slowly scroll down. Like you can observe what good things I did have in my Naukri profile because of which I was getting double-digit number calls every day. Because most of the people told me that we are not getting call. We didn't get a call in like a week and a month. I don't know. So you can see here if you can see my screen. Go for a good resume headline. If you are like I was updated here at the Scrum Master only, then I got to know that many of the opportunities I was looking for is like hidden like they don't have like two different opening for project manager, Scrum Master. Nowadays, they are using a single role to perform both the responsibilities of project manager and the Scrum Master. So I updated this as a senior Scrum Master and Agile PM. There, you would be able to give the interview for both the roles. The recruiter won't reject you in the initial screening. Again, this education thing important. You can add few certifications relevant to the role which you are entering for or the previous one which you have. Even if you have used, suppose you are having 7 years of experience, you did some financial risk certification, Tableau, Power BI certification, you can mention here only.
All right.
I added mention my LinkedIn profile as well. If you guys are facing anything or like wish to know something in a single line question about this, I did mention here this certification thing. This is really important. You need to precise about this. I mentioned my current industry is this only department. Try to understand the difference between the industry department. All everything is different. Everything need to be precise. Chandrakala, maybe you have to ask something.
Yeah, I see like you have added couple of certifications, right? So have you completed all those certifications? The one you added in the Naukri profile?
Yeah, actually I did, and few of them I did not. The thing is,
Okay.
like, when I'm again adding to my previous point, if someone is asking that you do have the required certification, if you do have the relevant certificate, same and all, just say yes. Once you are done with the all the interview rounds formalities, you can now reach out to Jitendra sir for the certification thing. They will help you with that. If you are getting 50, 60% hike, 100% hike, there's no like nothing bad in spending few bucks for the certification thing. Just say a yes. Tell them
Oh,
in advance before you ask anything. Yes for every question. This is my
okay.
LinkedIn profile. I updated this cover photo and all. This is really important. The about section. This is my currently experience. You need to like take time, take 7 days to draft your LinkedIn profile, the Naukri profile, but mention everything here, the roles and responsibilities.
All right. And do you have your CV handy with you, which you
Yeah, I do have.
used? Yeah. So do share that as well. Certainly it's going to help people.
Let me know if you can see here. You can see my screen, the resume.
No, we can see still your Naukri itself. You can resell your CV.
Yeah, I will share my screen because I chose to
Yeah.
share the tab only.
Yes, now you can see.
Zoom. I hope you can see it now.
Coming up. Yes, now it's visible.
So, like, I will share my detailed one as well, but don't use it. This is a single page resume. You can take a minute and go through each and every detail. This resume I don't like. Let me show you. Just give me a second. This is single page resume. I started from the I used since the day one, and was using it till the I decided to move with the final offer. This was the simple single page resume I was using. You can check.
So I would say certainly not a much optimized one, but yes, a good. It's one pager and quite crisp.
There would be few instances where the recruiter would reach you out that the panel is asking because there are multiple layers of screening. Someone first layer of screening, they will observe your LinkedIn profile and Naukri profile. If you are aware, they send you a notification that recruiter has chosen you in the big pool of opportunities to apply for this job. You then apply. Firstly, they do their initial screening, then they forward your profile to the panel, the management, then they screen it and post that. So if you want to reach there, they may ask for the detailed one. Can I share my screen for 1 more minute?
Yeah, go on.
You can see it, right? So, any doubt about the single page
I
resume?
can see no only your browser.
Okay, just give me a second. Now,
Coming up. Yes.
so when there could be some instances, I would say 5 or 6 in this 8 or 9 months, when they asked me for a detailed resume, I had this one in advance.
Okay.
You can use your detail. One easy way to draft a detailed resume, use the Naukri. They would give you a single free instance to when you are damn confident that you are this is the final draft of the single page resume which you would be sharing with the recruiters. Ask the Naukri, they will draft a detailed resume for free. This is a Naukri AI generated resume.
All right.
And one more thing, if you want, if you're not getting calls, I would suggest, I'm not doing the brand endorsement of Naukri, but you all are aware that the LinkedIn single month subscription costs you like around close to 5,000 something. But you would get Naukri 3 month subscription for 2 or 3,000. It is a big yes. Your name would be boosted in the search appearance for the recruiters who are looking for a Scrum Master or project manager. If you're choose a plan, 3 or 6 months, it will cost you around between two. There are some running offers as well, time to time, 2,500 to 4,000, 4,500. But it is worth spending.
Certainly. So it's like if you're someone who's looking for a hike of 40%, 50%, 100%, and the job platform which is going to help you to boost it. So 2,000, 4,000, it's not a big amount, but first thing is once you spend this amount, you are focused and you are also much confident that yes, something is going to happen positive for you. So it gives hope and also definitely it gives some result. So it's not like always, but certainly I also do encourage at least whatever you can do some investment, it is going to be worthful for that. All right, so that's all for today. I hope all of you got some motivation, some inspiration, and again, it's not about just getting the motivation. It's all about what taking action. So, like Akshay again was part of the program, started the journey and took some action. Again, he derailed because of some health reasons, so many reasons, but again bounced back with energy, with the hope, with confidence, not listening others, focusing on your goal, not listening to others negative voice, just working on yourself, and this is what is going to give you the result. So all the best, Akshay. Again, we'll reach out to you further as well. And congratulations once again, and all the best for your next journey.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great time ahead. All the best.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
Akshay.
much, Akshay.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you all.
Jitendra.
Thanks a
Thank
lot,
you.
Akshay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Jitendra
Jitendra.
sir.
Thank you, everyone. All the best.